Hey guys, we're looking at your homework from Khan Academy, area of composite shapes. All right, so let's see what's happening. So the following shape has two pairs of parallel sides. All right, so that's just telling us that the opposite ends are going in the same direction. Right, so it's probably forming a rectangle or a square. Okay, so we want to know the area of this shape. So lots of different ways we can do this for composite shapes. We can break this up into smaller shapes, or what it looks like would be easier is if we find the total area and then just subtract, like we're cutting off these edges, cutting off these two triangles. So that might end up being easier. So this is just a square, right? Because 4 plus 5 is 9, 9 by 9. So we're going to take the area of the square. This is a great square. Let's try it again. We're going to take the area of the square and subtract it from the area of the little triangle plus the area of the bigger triangle. So area of the square, 9 times 9 is going to be 81. The smaller triangle, remember for triangles, area is always 1/2 of base times height. So this smaller triangle, it's 1/2 of base 3 times height 4. 3 times 4 is 12. Half of that is going to be 6. So this is for the smaller triangle here. This is 6. And this bigger triangle, same formula, 1/2 base times height. The base is 4, so 1/2 of 4 times the height, 5. 1/2 of 4 is just 2. So really 2 times 5 is 10. So this is 16 total. So we're going to do 81 minus 16 to find what the shaded region is. So 81 minus 16 is going to be 65. All right, so 81 minus 16 equals 65. All right, and let's check and see how we did. Hooray! All right, so again, I mentioned for some of the problems, this is one method where you can cut out. It's like you're finding the total, the grand total, and subtracting by these cutouts. Or maybe like for this one, might be a little bit more work to find the grand total and cut out to just add up this side. So this is good. We're seeing the two varieties in this video. All right, so again, we've got this composite shape. I'm gonna break it up into easier shapes. So we can see right off the bat, we're given a triangle here. It looks like this is a trapezoid shape, but in case you forgot the area of a trapezoid, we're gonna keep it simple and just stick to talking about rectangles, squares, and triangles. So if I draw a line here, you can see that I've just created another triangle. So I'm going to draw out the composite, all of the shapes, just to help us stay organized and so we don't miss anything. So we've got a triangle over here. We've got a long, tall rectangle, and then we've got another triangle, right? These are the individual shapes that make up this composite figure, all right? So area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So 1/2 of the base, so we're gonna have to do some math here. So let's see, this much of it is 3. It does look like it's about halfway in between, right? Can you like agree? So it looks like this side might be even to this side, but we could check by, right, with this grid, kind of estimate how many, maybe it's easier to estimate up here, how many squares there are. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and about 1/2 squares. Let's see. So about 1/2, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1/2. So it's just over, right? Over 3/2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks like they are about even. So 11 minus 3, so 11, 10, 9 is 8. And there are 2 equal parts. So again, I was just kind of estimating with the grid, divided by 2. So this distance should be 4 for both of those. So 4, 4, and that would be 3. All right, So 1/2 of the base 4 times the height 7, that was given. Half of 4 is 2. 2 times 7 is going to be 14. So this area for this first triangle is 14. 14. Area of our rectangle is base times height. So our base is 3 and our height is 7. 3 times 7 is going to be 21. We'll plug that in. 21. I feel like writing on top of this figure is like making this more messy. So I'm going to actually just keep it up here for the total areas. And lastly, area of our triangle, half of base times height. Our base is 4 and our height is, again, 7. So that's going to be 2 times 7. So again, 14. And we can check what those are in a calculator. Never mind, there's no calculator, so we'll add them up ourselves. So 14 plus 14 plus 21. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 49. So our total area should be 49. Hooray! We did it. All right. Let's go through one more together, and then that'll be the end for this video. You'll try that last one on your own. So in this case, again, whenever we're given a figure, we're asking ourselves first with area, are we breaking this up into smaller pieces to add, or are we looking at the grand total and subtracting taking away the pieces that are not included in the shaded region? So in this case, we could, either one, honestly, it would be either one. You could find the total perimeter, or total, area of the, oh my gosh, my brain died. Area of the, not square, the rectangle, and cut out, subtract from that piece. Or we could split this up into a square and a triangle. Either method, you will get the same answer. I'm just going to do it this way. Just personal preference, seems easier. 3 times 3 is 9. Again, because our area is base times height for squares and rectangles, so 3 times 3, that's how we got 9. And for here, if this distance is 3, right, and it's a square, all of these distances should be 3. So for our triangle, 1/2 base times height, the base is 3, and the height, again, if this is 3, the total is 7. 7 minus 3 is 4. So plug that in. That's not 6, that's 12. 3 times 4 is 12 times 1/2. I keep wanting to write 6 because the answer is going to be 6. All right, half of 12 is 6. 9 plus 6, right? 9 plus 6. Did we have a calculator? Oh, we did. Yay! 9 plus 6 is 15. 15 units squared. And we'll check our work. All right, so use this video to help you for the problems that you're working on. Again, you're kind of using the grid, mostly annotating the figure, right, which is what we do with geometry. And as always, if you guys have any questions at all, let me know. All right, bye guys.